What is up, everybody on YouTube? It's your boy CR Kicks 23 coming back at you with the latest sneaker news and reviews. So today, I'm not really doing anything, so I thought I would make a quick video on a topic that, gets like a lot of people talking. And one of my favorite parts about actually like being in the sneaker game is the actual like discussions, to hearing about other sneakerheads like opinions, on different topics. And this one is going to be on can you go in a mall and you see a Jordan Retro sitting? And it's going to come down to 3 reasons. So if you like this, this whole discussion type thing, please give a thumbs like, so that's why I know to do more of these. So before I actually even give you the first reason, I'm going to say some straight facts here. There's some things that can be classified as an opinion, and then some things as facts. Everybody who's saying that Adidas, Kanye, whatever, jumped over Nike and Jordan, I mean, honestly, like, I'm not going to use the honest, like, word I would use, but you guys are, like, I'm sorry, like, it's stupid. Like, I'm not going to sit here and, go on a little rant here, but if you don't believe me, I'm going to tell you, if you don't know Complex, Sneakers, and Campless is it's pretty much, a group of people that gather sneakerhead data from, like, markets that, it usually, like, projects, like, like how much, like, the Just Don 2s that just came out, like, how much resell, like, or how much, like, money they made off each shoe. And Complex is one of, like, the biggest things. So I'm going to read off Complex website, so I'm not just making this up. Nike/Jordan. I'm just going to talk about Jordan. So I'm going to cut it in half. Nike/Jordan accounted for 62% of sneakers sold this year, well, past year in 2015. And second place isn't even Adidas. It's Skechers, right here. Adidas is a whopping 6% of sneakers sold this year were Adidas, and 62 were Nike and Jordans. So I'm just gonna stop right there. And I don't know about this one. I don't know about true facts. I'm just going off what I heard from several people, and that is Jordan Brand sold more pairs of the Jordan 11 72 and 10 than every single Yeezy colorway combined. The 750s, the lows, the boots, whatever, the 950s, every single one of those, just the 72 and 10s outsold them all. And I know, don't get me wrong, like the Yeezys are, more limited, so there's going to be less pairs, and I'm going to get into that later in the video. So reason number 1 why Jordans aren't selling out. They raised the price. So basically, we as a consumer have like a part, of why they raise the price. So, and one of the biggest misconceptions that people have is that Nike or Jordan, I'm just going to say Nike/Jordan, or Jordan, whatever, you know what I mean, don't pay attention to the market of their sneakers. That's like the biggest misconceptions people have. Because if you're telling me that Nike and Jordan is not paying attention to what their shoes do, not only reselling for locally, but selling, through the undermarket. Jordan knows that when these shoes costed $150, $160 retail, we were selling them for $250 plus, counting on the release. And I'm just going to average at $250. Now think about this. Before anything, Nike and Jordan want to make money. They're a business. They want to make money. So think about it. If you're, let's say you had a clothing brand, right? And you sold your t-shirts for $25 and people resold your shirts for $200. Just like a quick, little number. Wouldn't that make you think like, okay, if I'm here losing money when I can be getting more? Because if these people are out here actually selling my t-shirts for $200, me as the person who makes the shirt, why can't I sell it for $200? So so that they pay attention. So when they raise that price, it's not to sit there and turn people. It's because they want the market. They don't want resellers selling their sneakers for 50, 60, 70, who knows, sometimes even more profit. Do shoes still resell? Yes, some of them. But the 80% of your weekend releases are sitting on the wall and going to outlets. And that brings me to reason number 2. They're making too many pairs. And another thing that a lot of people don't really think about is us, like, quote-unquote sneakerheads, people who, like, go out, camp out for shoes, buy shoes on a constant basis, only equal for about, like, 10% of, like, I'm just going to say people. Like, if you think about, like, if you're like a manager at a Foot Locker, only about like 10% of your people in there are actually quote unquote sneakerheads. The other 90, they're gonna go in there, you know, with their paycheck, mom's money, allowance money, whatever they got, and they're gonna look at the wall and they're gonna see, let's say, an Aqua 8. Not everybody knows that, you know, the Aqua 8, you know, Jordan wore in the All-Star game, the Jordan 8 was the last shoe that he wore before he retired. Not a lot of people, not everybody knows that. Like, I mean, you know, it's kind of like hard to like realize it, but your average Joe does not know that. They're gonna go and they're gonna say, okay, this Jordan 8, not knowing what it is, costs 190 plus tax, so about a little over 200. And then next to it, there's a Team Jordan. Like I said, they don't know the difference, which is 140. Their mom's buying the shoes. Their mom's not gonna sit there and buy, or even if they're buying their shoes, sorry, even if they're buying their own shoes, why would they spend the extra 190? Or the extra, $50 that it is to get the retro, which they don't even know is a retro. I mean, they can just get the flight that they think, oh my god, it's just a Jordan shoe, you know, just to have a pair of Jordans. Like, if you get what I'm saying, like, you know, not everybody knows. And, like, the sneakerhead population, like, you know, even though it's growing, you know, it's constantly growing, but not everybody, they're making so many pairs that they have to sit. And, you know, I'm even going to bring it back. If Adidas and Kanye would make the same amount of pairs as the Yeezy Black 350, as they did with the Jordan 72 Intense, I promise you. I'm not saying they would sit, but they will not sell for over retail. I honestly think they will sit. Because they're almost just as expensive. They're $200 retail. The 72 Intense were what, like, let me see. They were $220. So, you know, you really think, like, you know, the $20 makes a difference? No, it's because the Yeezys are limited, so they're going to sell. If Jordan Brand made, and let's go the other way around. If Jordan made the 72 Intense as limited as the Yeezys, they would sell out and be reselling for $500, $600, $700, $800. So, like, that's like what a lot of people don't realize is that and Jordan Brand is still making money because people, those shoes are going to sell. Whether it takes the first day they come out or whether it takes, you know, 6 months. If they have to go to outlet. You know, they might not make the same amount of money, but at the outlet, they'll probably cost like, what, $170? They're still making that money. They're not making as much money, but they're still making money. And that's what Jordan Brand wants to do. They're a company. They want to make money. You know, is it right that, you know, the 2012 White Cements cost $160 and the new pair is $220? No, it's not. But, I mean, what are you going to do? It's either Jordan Brand knows me, and I'm sure a lot of you guys watching this video, and basically everybody and their moms are going to buy that shoe. Are those shoes going to be limited? Not at all. I'm not saying they're not going to sell out. They might, they may not. But if you want this shoe and you go after it, I promise you, you will get a sneaker. Go to your malls. Call them. See if they're doing raffles. University, if you live in the Tampa area, University did raffles today. Go in there and get yourself a raffle ticket, or even yet, if you live in the Tampa area also, International's doing first come, first serve. You don't got to sit there and camp out all night. Go when the mall opens and get yourself a pair. If you're not able to get a ride, wake up a little bit early. Get them online. I promise you, you will be able to get the shoe. You're going to mass quantity this sneaker. And they are going to make so much money because even if they put it at 300, people would still buy it. They're probably going to do the same thing. You know, if you took like a classic colorway like the Bread Force and you sell them for, it's rumored that they're going to come out with Nike Air. Who knows how much those are going to retail for. So it's probably going to be $220 also, but they know they're just going to make so much money. And now with the third reason, they're bringing out the shoes too constantly. Every single week, there is a Jordan sneaker coming out. Whether, you know, it be a hype release, not hype release, quick strike, GR, whatever. There is a Jordan shoe coming out every single week. And, you know, it's kind of like crazy because even myself that, you know, I could say, you know, I buy sneakers on a constant basis. I'm not out there buying shoes every week. You know, unless, you know, you're like a doctor and you can afford it. Nobody could afford to go out and pay $200 every single week on a pair of sneakers. So, therefore, the unhyped ones, you know, they're going to sit. And a lot with the others are going to sit because, you know, a lot of people, when that shoe comes out, they're still recovering from the next retro. From the last retro they bought for $200 plus. So that's another thing. They're bringing out these shoes so constantly. Is it a bad thing? Yes and no. It depends how you look at it. If you have the money to blow, I mean, why not? I mean, it's your money. But, you know, I usually like to pick and choose my release. Like, if I know I can get the shoe for under retail in the future, that's what I'm going to do. But anyways, I mean, those are pretty much the three reasons why Nikes are sitting. And you have to remember, I'm going to close this off with this. If the Yeezys would release a new colorway every single week, would they be as exclusive as they are now? My opinion is not at all. So, let me know what you guys think about this. Share this video. If you have someone that likes talking about sneakers and needs to know about this this idea, and not even idea, this video. They just need to see this video because they constantly ask, why are Jordans sitting? These are the three main reasons why Jordans are sitting. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe on this video. Just leave to all my true sneakerheads out there. Peace out.